Hello, Self-Love Alignment here, and I'm going to be bringing you your Sagittarius general reading for the month of November 2025. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So in the month of November, you may be dealing with the loss of a loved one. But you have been healing along the way since they have left this world physically. But something you're going to be doing, a wish that you want to be granted, is somehow tied into this emotional healing. This is associated to the sign of Aquarius. This may be a parent or a spouse, a close friend, but it's coming off more of like a mother figure. So you may be dealing with that. Perhaps they passed away in the month of November. And because, that's pretty serious when the star comes up like that. I mean, you were pretty speedy about it. You might not be where you want to be with it, but you are better than you were. Okay, in the month of November, you're going to be taking the wind out of your opponent's sails using new tactics and schemes. They think that you're just getting started while you're over here looking like, what? And you got 5 swords stuck in the ground already and you got 2 to go. So, yeah. Okay. It hadn't got dirty yet because it's not time behavior. You're not ready to execute nothing. You're just deflating egos and, whatnot. Okay. So, you guys, for some of you, have taken a new position at work, and you are experiencing some mild jealousy and rivalry in the workforce area. This may extend to your personal life as well, where love relationships are concerned. But you are a looker, and that will cause jealousy and rivalry even from the same sex. Really? Yep. So yeah, you have to look forward to that in the month of November. But something tells me you're used to that. You don't like it, but you're used to it. You are going to be gaining new perspective in a situation in the month of November. You're not stuck, but you have turned yourself in such a way in the situation as a last resort because you didn't know what else to do, that ultimately changed the way you saw things and gave you another perspective on things as well. But another thing about this over here, while you're fighting off all these jealous people with their little dragons and stuff, you're just standing there fighting them off, and they're just rah, and you're like, whatever, you don't like drama. I mean, not even if you get paid, you don't like it. Okay, you're going to be giving your time and attention in the month of November. Your generosity, small amount of money to somebody. You may be receiving a small amount of money in the month of November. Some of you may have children, a boy and a girl. The boy may have darker hair than the little girl. You may have the life path number 7. And you may see the number 5 a lot, and the number 6. Okay, let's see. Okay, you may be dealing with a Virgo in the month of November. or something to do with a Virgo in the month of November. Otherwise, you're kind of just withdrawing from everything and everybody. You're only around people when you have to be. And you're doing a lot of, healing and growing and looking at yourself and, because oftentimes we're all about, well, what's everybody else doing? What do they need to fix? No, that's not what's up. You're changing some things. You're growing and you're doing away with things that don't serve you. Old ways of thinking that don't work anymore. So, yeah, there does seem to be some drama, but it's mild because if it wasn't, this page would be turned. So you're going to be receiving some kind of good news in the form of an email or a text message. I would more like to say text message in the month of November in regards to business, a new business venture, or information regarding a potential love relationship. Oh, okay. In the month of November, you may be moving to a new home. So you've been in this area for a while, and you know the ins and the outs, the ropes, the roads, the comings and the goings, and this is, it seems like something has brought a bunch of information to light that you didn't know existed. You didn't have a reason to know. You didn't see it because there was no reason for you to see it. Then one day something changed that, and you're highly disappointed. It's kind of like repressed emotions in a way. You're like, now I kind of remember feeling like this before. Okay, well, when that happens, that means that you skipped a step. So when we skip steps and we don't do the whole process, God will repeat the same situation over and over again until you get it right. Just saying. Do not ever pray for patience. Good Lord. Trust me. Okay, so we're dealing with someone who is okay, so yeah, Aquarius is pretty big in this reading. Yeah. So anyway, we have the King of Swords. This is someone who is, an authority figure, very smart and intelligent, highly intuitive, highly strict. They don't believe in, if it's not black or white, they don't believe it. If they can't prove it, they don't believe it. Kind of sounds like a Leo, huh? This person may be a police officer, a security guard. They may work in the armed forces. They may work for the railroad. They may have some kind of a big bad job, or they just may be, the ultimate chess player. This person believes in doing the right thing. They don't think they've never thought about doing things that aren't right, but this person believes in doing the right thing. They took an oath to do the right thing. All right. But you may be dealing with that kind of person or yourself. Okay, in the month of November, you are dissatisfied with your life, and, oh yeah, and you do need downtime and rest, by the way. The major arcana for rest came out, so if you don't listen to that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just the messenger, but you need to get some freaking sleep. Chill the hell out. Take a break. But help from an unexpected place is coming, so snap out of the funk you're in. Yeah, that's how come, when this card comes out, the satisfied, when you don't get enough sleep and you don't eat right, you can't think right, and then your body don't feel right, and then you're dissatisfied. Okay, drink more water. Okay. So you spend a lot of time up late at night, going over and over and over a situation in your head, a message, what should I do, how should I do it. In the month of November, God, I've been doing that all day. In the month of November, you're tying that up, so you're going to have a few more sleepless nights, I'm pretty sure, until this is said and done with, but you know, you can only cross your T's and dot your I's so much before you start digging holes in the paper with an eraser, just to start all over with a whole new piece of paper. So, I mean, you know, you're also maybe having new educational ventures, starting new semesters in the month of November, signing up for new semesters, getting new books, something to do with education. You may be filling out paperwork for grants. Whatever it is, you know, polishing up an essay. You may be dealing with that in the month of November. It is slow, you know. Okay, you are going to find. Okay, so remember when I said something is closing out, something's ending, something's getting ready to shut down? Okay, well, you know, when we're in between chapters, or in between levels in our journey, we get bored and moody, and that's part of not knowing, you know. It sucks to not know, but just know goodness is on its way, I promise. So now we're going to see what your final outcome is. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, cup. Okay. Some of you may also be associated